Righto, we're here with Julia Jacklin at Laneway. It's actually before Laneway is starting here in Auckland, about 10 o'clock in the morning. You've already been busy doing interviews and stuff, so good on you.
Other things, yeah.
Is that how, you've done a bunch of Laneways up to this one, is that how they kind of go? You do a lot of press and talking to people building up to it?
No, I haven't done any press.
Really?
I don't think, for Melbourne or Brisbane. I think I did it before, not on the day.
Right.
So yeah. So I feel fresh.
You're fresh.
Yeah.
And how have the other Laneways gone?
Really well, really well. Yeah. Brisbane was extremely hot,
Right.
but and I was quite nervous. But and Melbourne was really nice. It was like good temperature, good crowd.
And were you nervous because you were in Australia and it was kind of hometown kind of thing, or just because it was a big crowd?
It was the first Laneway, big crowd. And we didn't have any kind of sound check, so because festivals are very boom, boom, boom. And we've got a new guitarist on this tour because our usual guitarist is actually recording in Littleton right now, making his record.
Oh, what's his name?
Eddie Boyd.
Another one in Littleton.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, where you recorded your album.
Yeah.
So you sent him down there.
I did.
Told him everything was cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. Last time you were in Auckland was in December. You played at a little show at the Golden Dawn, which I think was kind of like a preview thing for Laneway.
Yeah.
And you kind of, I was amazed. I was there, and you kind of, it was a tiny little place.
Yeah, super small.
Kept everybody kind of spellbound. So
it was a really nice show. Yeah, I wasn't expecting. Well, I got the information wrong. I thought I was playing at a Christmas party for Laneway, so I thought it was going to be like people were going to be mingling while I was playing. But then they were like, "Oh no, we've sold tickets and people are coming to watch." So it was a nice surprise.
You handled it very well, and you were up at my place at the 13th floor last March, which was before the album came out, but it had been recorded.
Yeah.
So the album has been released since the last time we spoke. I'm kind of curious as to how you feel the process of, releasing the thing and going around and doing all this stuff has been.
Yeah, it's been a massive learning experience over the last year. Because when I played at your place, it was March, and then we released it in October.
Right.
And so we're kind of building up until October, and then I've pretty much been on tour ever since. So, and just kind of my first experience of being reviewed, and my first experience of kind of just a much bigger audience listening to my music, and then people talking to me after shows about certain songs, personal songs.
Are there particular songs that have been kind of connecting with people that you have to talk about with them?
I think Don't Let the Kids Win has particularly kind of got conversations started. So I've had quite a lot of big chats with people after shows about that song and about their own experiences with their family, which is really nice. Like it's nice not to just talk about my music. I feel like it opens a bit of a conversation where we can talk about other stuff.
So it's kind of both two ways. And
yeah. So,
and do those kind of conversations, do you think maybe you'll be using some of that as grist for the mill for upcoming songs?
Be exploiting anyone's stories. But well, I think this whole year's been I think I'm finally now being able to process it, and that's kind of coming through my songwriting now. So, because it was pretty much just like go for a while there. But I finally, this festival's been nice because it's like really relaxing, and all the artists can hang out and watch the other bands, whereas usually you kind of like in and out. So it's been like a different touring experience.
Yeah. So who did you manage to catch at Laneway?
So I've seen Aurora, which was really fun, and Car Seat Headrest.
Oh, yep.
Massive fan of them, so that's been great. And Sam for the Great, and Floating Points, Tame Impala, King Gizzard. Yeah.
Very good. You've done well. So you mentioned you're getting press, and you got some great press. Like I think The Guardian did a big thing about you, and NPR in the States featured the album as a kind of advanced stream. And like The Guardian article, I think kind of had you and Nadia Reid and a bunch of people, just kind of this almost like a movement coming from this part of the world. Do you feel that that's kind of accurate, or? I
don't know. I think it's hard to be able to remove yourself and look on how other people might view it, but I definitely feel like I've always tried to kind of become part of the New Zealand folk scene.
Right.
Because I've been such a big fan of Nadia and Aldous Harding and Marlon for a long time, and then I think I've just been kind of creeping my way into being mentioned in the same things as them,
right.
Which makes me very happy.
Okay. So. Have you given any thought to the second album? I mean, I would imagine it's been a while since you actually recorded the first one, even though it's only been out for a couple of months.
Well, yeah, I just demoed some new songs, which I'm really excited about. But yeah, it's a different experience for me because my process used to be write songs, then I'd either play them at open mic nights, test them out, or I'd play like at the pub down the road with my band and we'd test them out. And it's okay if you make mistakes or if you play something and it's like, oh, that wasn't very good. Whereas I feel a bit more pressure now. I can't really just like test run as a new song at Laneway or something. So I'm finding it a bit difficult to figure out how you do that when you're actually doing it for a living. Whereas in the past it was, I was kind of just faffing about doing whatever. So I have all this material, but I'm just trying to figure out how to perform it.
Well, it must be, I guess, about expectations, because people, when they come to see you, they expect to hear those songs on that record. You don't know if the new songs are going to be the ones that they're going to hear for the next one. So.
And just don't know if they're any good. And because it's like, for me, I love performing a new song, and that's when I feel like if it's working, because you feel the energy from people who are watching it, and you feel like, oh, okay, this is like really something. Yeah. But so I don't know.
But I will say, as an audience member, I always love it when somebody kind of says, "Oh, here's a new one."
Me too.
So I think you've got pretty much people on your side when you're going to do that. And if you only do one or two a night, you're cool.
Yeah. So I think we're going to bring them into the European tour this year, and then hopefully just find a pocket of time to record this year.
And have you thought about how you're going to record? If you're going to do anything different from the first album?
I don't know. I think just the sounds changed a bit, and I've changed, so that'll just be, different in that aspect. But I really want to be able to like go away for a solid state of time, like I did in Littleton.
Right.
I don't want to do it like in like grabs of time over tour. I really want to just be there and record the whole thing, which I'm finding to be increasingly difficult to find now. 3 weeks where I've got nothing else on. So I don't know. I'm going to try and just push things around to try and find a pocket of time, and I'd love to be able to do that again.
Cool. I read something where you had, I think, discovered Father John Misty and said that you realized that you could then inject kind of sarcasm and humor into your songwriting from listening to what he does. Yeah. So is that the kind of thing that will change possibly from the songwriting that we hear on the first album to the new one?
Oh, like in terms of, will I be very sarcastic?
Well, I don't know if you're going to turn into Randy Newman or not. But
I think it's like, I probably think that I'm coming across with a bit more humor than I am. Right. Like Father John Misty, I think definitely has, like, is more obvious his humor.
Yeah, he's definitely way
so mine's a little bit more subtle. I think it was more about just being able to say just certain words in songs that I wouldn't have before when I was doing like very kind of traditional folk music.
Right.
Like just things like I wouldn't have said, like I wouldn't have mentioned the internet, or I wouldn't have mentioned like a grocery store, or like just these words that I would be like, oh, can you put those in folk songs or whatever? So I think that's kind of where that came from, and I've definitely trying to work even harder on that with the new stuff as well, just trying to make it reflect like modern living and how I live in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
And just in general, your songwriting, is it going to be it must be going to be affected by the fact that your life probably has changed significantly from the way you were living it before the album came out.
Yeah, and I think that's what's hard about it, because suddenly it's like my experiences don't really reflect that kind of I don't know, like when I was writing before, it was about like the fact that no one was listening to me.
Right.
You know, and that's kind of where I used to draw a lot of inspiration from, because you're like at uni and working a job and you're like, no one cares. Right. And lyrically that's how it happens. But now people are listening. It's a totally different experience. So it's I think but it's been cool though to try and figure out how to translate these experiences of actually now becoming a touring musician into my songs without it being like look at me now,
right?
Like, people are listening, cool. Like, you know, I'm still figuring it out there.
Do you feel you have a certain amount of responsibility now that you didn't have before? The fact that you do have an audience and people are going to
I think that's what's hard about it, is that you do feel like you have a responsibility, but that can also be not a great thing, because I don't really know what that means. Like, I don't know what my responsibility is entirely. I just hope that, you know, the people who liked the first stuff like what I say and how I say it, and hopefully will like the way I say it the next time, you know. But yeah, there's definitely more pressure now. Like in my songwriting process now, I'm a bit more aware of the fact that it's not just going to be my mum and my friends listening to the song I'm writing right now. Which can be a little bit counterproductive.
But a good thing ultimately.
Yeah, a great thing.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to whatever you come up with next, and I think a lot of people are. So, thank you for sitting down and talking to me. I'm looking forward to hopefully I'm going to get out to see your set. You're on at like 1:30, I think. Yeah. So I'm sure lots of folks will get a chance to see you, and you come around and do your thing later on this year again.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Cool. Thank you.